Every great achievement begins as a question. Why not? For Elon Musk, that question has guided his entire life. From a young age, he wasn't satisfied with simply learning what things were. He wanted to know how and why they worked. He read physics books, science fiction novels, and encyclopedias cover to cover. He learned programming before the internet was mainstream. At 12, he sold his first computer game. That kind of curiosity doesn't fade. It grows. Most people lose their sense of wonder as they grow older. Musk protected his curiosity when disciplined by knowledge becomes vision. Musk has always tried to understand things from the ground up, not by imitation, but by what he calls first principles thinking. Instead of saying, "This is how things are done," he asks, "What are the fundamental truths of this problem? What can physics tell me? What's actually possible?" That mindset is why he didn't see electric cars as a fantasy or reusable rockets as impossible. To him, they were simply unsolved engineering problems. Vision isn't just seeing the future. It's understanding that the future is built by people who refuse to stop questioning. Most of us assume the world around us is fixed. Musk refuses that assumption. He looks at traffic, pollution, energy, or space travel and thinks, this doesn't have to stay this way. That's the lesson of the first pillar. Curiosity drives vision. The people who change the world are the ones who never stop asking why, and more importantly, why not? Risk, failure, and resilience. Elon Musk has failed more than most people have tried, and that's not an exaggeration. In 2008, both of his major companies, Tesla and SpaceX, were on the verge of bankruptcy. Rockets were exploding, cars weren't selling, investors were leaving. He had poured every dollar he had into keeping both companies alive, even borrowing money for rent. Anyone else would have walked away, but Musk didn't. He said something powerful during that time. If something is important enough, even if the odds are against you, you should still do it. That's the second pillar, risk guided by purpose. He doesn't take reckless chances. He takes calculated risks for goals that truly matter. Failure to him isn't the opposite of success. It's the path to it. Every explosion at SpaceX was data. Every problem at Tesla was feedback. Each mistake became fuel for improvement. Most people let failure define them. Musk uses failure to refine him. Think about this. If you're not failing, you're probably not trying hard enough. Playing it safe guarantees mediocrity. Growth lives on the edge of discomfort. Musk once said he expected SpaceX to fail when it began. He just thought it was worth trying anyway. That's resilience. That's long-term thinking in a short-term world. So ask yourself, what's worth risking for? What project, idea, or dream would you pursue even if failure was guaranteed at first? Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about standing up faster every single time. Work ethic, focus, and execution. Elon Musk is famous for his work ethic, and for good reason. He used to sleep on the floor of his Tesla factory. He's worked 100-hour weeks, often splitting time between different companies in different cities. But here's the truth. It's not about working endlessly. It's about working intensely on what matters most. He once said, focus on signal over noise. Don't waste time on things that don't actually make the product better. That's the third pillar. Relentless focus and execution. Most people scatter their attention. They chase dozens of small tasks and end up exhausted with nothing meaningful done. Musk simplifies his day into clear priorities. He calls them critical paths. If something doesn't push a project toward its core goal, it's noise. If it doesn't serve the mission, it's optional. This is a powerful idea for anyone. Choose 3 impactful things each day, and do them with full focus. Not multitasking, not half attention, just deep, consistent work. Discipline is the multiplier of talent. You don't need to be a genius to achieve great things, but you do need focus and endurance. Musk has both. He eliminates distractions ruthlessly. Meetings are short, emails are brief. He prefers direct problem-solving to endless discussions. He acts quickly, tests constantly, and adjusts without ego. That's what execution looks like. Speed with precision. So the question isn't how many hours you work, but how you use them. Do you move the needle every day, or do you just stay busy? Focus turns dreams into results. Legacy, purpose, and lessons for us. Elon Musk often says his goal isn't to be remembered. It's to help humanity survive and thrive in the future. That's the fourth pillar, legacy through purpose. From PayPal to Tesla, from SpaceX to Neuralink, All of his companies revolve around one idea: creating a better future for humanity. Cleaner energy, safer AI, interplanetary life. He measures success not by profit, but by progress. He's not motivated by comfort, but by contribution. That's what gives him energy to keep going, even when things seem impossible. Purpose is the fuel that outlasts motivation. So what can we learn from that? We may not build rockets or electric cars, but we all have a mission we can pursue with the same mindset. Something that matters enough to make the hard days worth it. Ask yourself, what would you work on if you didn't care about fame or fear? What problem would you solve if success wasn't guaranteed, but it was meaningful? Purpose makes persistence possible. Legacy isn't about being known, it's about being useful. It's about leaving the world a bit better than you found it. Elon Musk reminds us that ordinary people can choose extraordinary goals and back them with relentless effort. He once said, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. And that's the final lesson. You don't need permission to dream big, and you don't need certainty to begin. Curiosity gives you vision. Risk builds resilience. Focus drives execution. Purpose gives it all meaning. That's how you build something that lasts. That's how you build your own version of success, not by copying someone else's path, but by walking your own with the same courage to never stop trying.